the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube, Iyun Sion. Today I want to talk about Pesachim Pesachim, Perek Zayin, Mishnayos Yud Aleph and Yud Beis. I really want to talk about Mishnah Yud Aleph, which talks about the halacha of nosar. This is not a halacha which is specifically relates to Korban Pesach. It applies to all kachim. Korban Pesach is really unique. It's where the Torah talks about it, is because Korban Pesach you really don't have so much time to eat it. You have basically that night, and then you have to, if you leave it over to the morning, or according to some opinions, if you leave it over Perek Chatzos, you can't eat it anymore. It's called Nishar Nosar. Nosar means any korban, the meat that you leave over past the prescribed time for eating it. Most korbanos you have 2 days and 1 night. Some one day and 1 night, and Korban Pesach even less, basically just 1 night to eat it. If you leave it over till the morning, it says by Eish Tisrof you have to burn it. So the Mishnah says, "V'nosar v'tar," even if it's a good kosher Korban Pesach, if you leave it out to the morning, you don't get malchus. Okay, you don't get. Why not? So there's two opinions in Masechtas Makos. One opinion says this is how we hold halacha. It's lav she'en bo ma'aseh. You didn't do anything. Lav she'en ma'aseh and bo malchus. You don't get malchus for doing nothing. You have to do a positive act, which is against the Torah. You have to rebel against the Torah to get malchus. You didn't do anything. You just didn't eat it. You left it over. You can't get malchus for something like that. It's not so severe enough to get malchus for that, which is how we pass. And there's another opinion. It's called lav she'en essay. That's basically, it's a unique lav. It's fixed up by an essay, right? If you leave it over to the morning, the Torah tells you what to do with it. If you leave it over to the morning, burn it by Eish Tisrofu. Burn it. So on lav she'en essay, you don't get malchus. Now, presumably the reason lav she'en essay you don't get malchus is even if you wouldn't actually burn the meat, right? You still wouldn't get malchus because it's a lav that can be fixed up by an essay. I can always take it and burn it because I have the possibility of burning it. So therefore, it's like, the concept of essay tochalos essay. It's similar to the concept of essay tochalos essay. Essay pushes away alos essay, right? That's why sometimes you're allowed to do a mitzvah's essay even though you violate the whole concept of yibum. It's really essay tochalos essay. This is our Eishasach. Yibum says it's a mitzvah, do it, overrides the isser. But this is a little different. First you do the aveira, and then the essay fixes it up. It's sort of like the essay cancels out the los essay, which is most people would explain it. Now, there's two opinions. Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Meir those are the two opinions. It's either lav she'en essay or lav she'en ma'aseh. We happen to paskin lav she'en ma'aseh, I believe, is the correct interpretation, which means that it has a ramification in terms of understanding the essay of Eish Tisrof. If you leave over nosar in the morning, there's a mitzvah to burn it. So there's two ways of understanding the mitzvah. Is the mitzvah, like I said before, to fix up the lav? You made a mistake, correct your mistake by burning it, right? It's basically like essay dochalose backwards. It's fixing it up. Or is it a totally different idea? Since we hold that the real reason that nosar you don't get malchus because lav she'en ma'aseh, so therefore it's really not lav she'en essay. So what's Eish Tisrofu? Is coming to tell you that if you leave over meat past the prescribed time for eating it, it's like you have milk, it passes the expiration date, right? It spoils, right? It's disgusting. You're not going to drink milk past the expiration date because it's repulsive. You could throw up from drinking something like that. So that's also what the concept of nosar really is. Nosar says, the Torah says, this is the expiration date. You have 1 night to eat the Korban Pesach. If you keep it past the expiration date, it's considered something which the Torah considers repulsive. Right, and that's why Eish Tisrof, like we spoke about before in other Mishnayos, the mitzvah of Eish Tisrof, to burn something, is specifically used by Asherah or by Avodah Zarah, things which are repulsive to the Torah. Toeva, the Torah calls an abomination. So those are things the Torah says the way to treat them is to treat them in a repulsive way by burning them. When you have contempt of something, and they have contempt of the Rambam when he was published, they contempt the Mesilas Yesharim. They used to burn the books. The Germans, burned the Talmud. The Holocaust, contempt for something, you burn it. And Torah also uses burning for things that the Torah has contempt for. And Torah has contempt for this thing should not be left over the time. It's repulsive after that time. That's the real reason we probably hold that by Eish Tisrof. That's the real meaning of Eish Tisrof. It's considered repulsive past the expiration date. It's considered to be something which is repulsive, and that's why you should burn it. Hope you enjoyed tonight's share. See you in the next one.